All right, there we go. It took off. All right, so now I'm on a new stream. I put it to ultra low latency. Let me give let's see, give Steve a chance. Steve, can you switch over to that other live stream now that the other one has stopped and give me a report on the latency this time around? K7EME?
Yeah, N17HW here. Yeah, I got you, Doug, on the new live stream. You're a lot less than it was before, so we get feedback. Hang on.
Yeah, okay. I'll talk for a little bit here and see what that did. So I went from normal latency to ultra low, and we'll see what that does. Okay, back to you, Steve.
Yeah, about 6 seconds on my end, 6 to 7 seconds, 6 to 7. But beautiful, much better. It's like normal now, Doug. I kind of scared myself, though. I heard you coming over the monitors. I had the live stream up too loud.
Okay, all right. Okay, great. Thanks for letting me know that, and now I know what to do on future settings. So I will continue with that. Okay, very good. Still waiting for a plane from Silver City. There might be one. Gee, I don't know. It might be too close to Silver City, and it's a ways away. Gee, not a plane in sight.
Hey, Doug.
Yeah.
We got a guy monitoring from Scotland.
Oh, you're kidding, really? Hey, well, if you're listening on the live stream, hello from Tucson, Arizona, over there in Scotland. What's his call?
His name is Sandy, and he's GM0PEI. Over.
Okay, GM0 Papa Echo Italy, I believe. Sandy, I think I heard you say, "Hey, welcome to our live stream." If you're copying by some chance, and K7, excuse me, George, Katie, oh geez, KD7XP. All right, George. Sorry, gotta get my act together this morning. How you doing, George?
Oh, we're not doing too bad. Getting around, getting things done. I'm doing a little better today than I have been. My knees have been acting up pretty badly, but last Monday they gave me an injection in both knees, and it's already working. They're feeling a whole lot better now, so maybe one of these days I'll be able to walk again.
Hey, that is great. I didn't realize you've been having a lot of troubles walking. So especially with all the stuff you do with races and everything. You gotta have those knees going. I'm glad it helped out. Both knees are doing that?
Yeah, the right one is worse than the left one is worse than the right, but they've both been doing it, and something's been going on for years, and you just kind of suck it up and go with it. Just try not to cry too much and put up with the pain. But now they've given me the injection, and that it's supposed to work pretty good, and so far it feels like it's going to do so.
Hey, awesome. That's good. I've gotten injections in my back with that. It didn't help my situation much, but I know my wife with her rheumatoid arthritis has used that in the past in joints in her thumb. Actually, she's had both her thumb joints replaced, but it did give her significant help for a while there.
It depends on what kind they're using. If they use the cortisone, it don't really do as much as this other stuff does. It's called hyaluronic acid. It's actually supposed to make the cartilage somewhat, it doesn't really replace it. It just simulates it, I guess.
Well, cool. Amazing stuff they can do nowadays. So are you still adding more and more features there with the media stuff at your church?
No, I think they've pretty well got about as far as they can go. If they want to go any further, they're going to have to invest some money next time.
Yeah, okay. All right, well, very good. At least maybe the workload is stabilized for you then.
Yeah, it has. And speaking of that, I need to get over there and get it all turned on. The big problem is there's 3 computers all running Windows 11, and you never know when that stupid thing wants to update. So you got to get over there early and let it have its thing.
Yeah, okay. All right. Well, one of these days you're going to have to get a young fellow you can mentor to help you out there.
I've been trying that for quite some time, and I don't seem to be getting a lot of interest.
Yeah, well, good luck with that. You do a great service for them. I know they probably appreciate you more than you could know.
So I'm sure they do, and I'll do it as long as I can anyways. I got to get out of here and get in the car and get going. K7 XP, 73.
Okay, 7-3's George. Thanks for stopping by.
P4MA, portable K7.
Yeah, good morning, Barry. I'm aimed out toward New Mexico right now, but we got you on the list.
Roger, roger.
Yeah, hey, welcome back. Really nice to have you not having to just listen on the feed.
Yeah, it's nice to be able to feed back.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, we got you down there, and hopefully we can get you out, in and out before 9 o'clock. I'll so you can join the other guys. I'm sure they want to talk to you on 432 as well. Let's see. Can we, Robert? Can you move Barry up the list a little bit so we make sure we get him out of here by 9?
Yeah, roger.
There's one plane coming up here, Chuck. It's awful close to Silver City, but Dan has noted that if they're on his side of middle, it tends to be better for him. So maybe you want to swing east. Let's see if that monster Yagi can snag him here. I don't know if I'll be able to do it.
Yeah, I'm already looking east, and I think I see what you're talking about, United Airlines 1293. So I don't know, W7KMB, NJ6E, are you out there, Den? Nothing here yet, Doug.
Yeah, yeah, it's awful close. I mean, it's like 90% of the way on his side.
Yeah, I see that. And there's another one coming up, a Southwest Air, that is going to be close to us by the time it gets in the path. Right now it's out over by, it's heading towards Wilcox right now.
Yeah, now I've had planes just north of Wilcox, which it looks like that one's going to be 1051. And I've been able to get him on that. So that is in a pretty good spot.
Yep, we'll see what happens. Man, I'm having my flight radar 24 is not refreshing the screen nicely this morning.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I haven't had any trouble so far, at least.
Yeah, it's not filling in the map. Unless if I grab the map and move it around, it fills in. But then if I just let it sit there, I only get like one little square of the map filling in. So I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, okay. You might maybe get out of it and come back in, see if it gets rid of that snag. Al, are you still out there toward Dan? You want to give him a call? That plane, Al, is in a pretty good spot for you right now.
Yeah, it's coming right up on Wilcox right now. W7KMB, W7KMB, NJ6D. Are you out there, Dan?
W7KMV, W7KMV, K7ZYP. Good morning, Dan. How you doing this morning? Say again, something after the contact, over. W7KMV, W7KMV. Boy, that was a quick opening. You copy there, Dan, over. Boy, he was coming in here about S6 and then he just dropped out.
Yeah, we're going to pick him up. That plane was in perfect spot for you, but it'll come up for Chuck next, and then me.
Okay, K7ZYP standing by.
Close enough to put him on the list, though, Robert. So he's out there. Al got him there, Robert.
W7KMB, 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 November Juliet 6 Delta, NJ6D. Calling you out there, Den? I'm going to go look at the antenna real quick, make sure a bird didn't sit on the one of the elements.
Yeah, okay. Well, that plane is still, it may need a little bit more to get between you and Den.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Boy, I haven't seen this few of planes for a long time. Usually there's a lot more going on. You know what? I know why as well. Daylight savings time.
Yeah, I thought they were getting rid of that stuff.
Yeah, that's why, because all the airline schedules are off an hour. So that's why it's a completely different. We're an hour, probably an hour. Now that plane is starting to come in a little bit closer. It's still a little too far south for me and Den, but I'll give it a try till Chuck gets back. W7KMB, W7KMB, K7 EME.
I'm back.
That's why there's so few planes, Chuck. It's a daylight savings time, I think, was last night.
Yeah, I think that's right. I forgot about that too. Let me give it a shot here. W7KMV, W7KMV, NJ6D, November Juliet 6 Delta calling. Are you out there, Den? W7KMV, W7KMV, November Juliet 6 Delta, NJ6D, over. Wow, nothing. And that plane is pretty well lined up for me right now.
Can Dan sound kind of similar on the radio there, Doug?
What'd you say, Al?
I say, don't Chuck and Dan sound kind of similar on the radio?
Yeah, I can't really tell, but it might be my audio settings too, the way I have the equalizer set up. Yeah, I see your note, Dan. I'm just figuring that the airline schedules, though, for local time, they may be an hour off, so the the schedules, we're not seeing the same daily schedules that we would have seen last week. That was what I was thinking, because the local times for takeoffs have changed by an hour for most other locations. So I don't know. I just thought maybe that might be an issue. Anyway, so we'll see. Any copy at all? That plane is getting up a little closer to between me and you.
I'm starting to hear him, Doug.
Yeah, there's another plane, a little SkyWest American Eagle, not a very big one, but it's getting pretty close between me and Den as well. I'll see. Den, do you copy?
Yeah, I heard a voice in there, and then I heard a whistle, like he was tuning up or something.
There you come. Yeah, W7KMB, W7KMB, K7EME, do you copy? Over, over? W7KMB, W7KMB, K7EME. Give it a try, Chuck.
I can hear.
W7KMB, W7KMB, NJ60, November, Juliet 6 Delta. Do you copy, Den? Over, over.
W7KMB, W7KMB, K7ZYP. He's calling you, Chuck.
I'm not hearing him. W7KMB, W7KMB, November, Juliet 6 Delta, NJ6D, over, over. Wow, I'm not getting him at all, Al.
He's calling you right now. I'll give it a shot. W7KMV, W7KMV, K7ZYP. You copy, Dan, over? Yeah, Roger, Dan. Roger, I got you in there. You're pretty weak, but I can hear you. Over, over. W7KMV, W7KMV, K7ZYP. Yeah, Roger, Roger. I can hear you. You're getting a little stronger right now. Over. Yeah, Roger, it's coming up. It's coming up. Getting stronger. Over. Yeah, Roger, were you one to talk to me after the net? Over. Yeah, Roger, I almost got you S1. Almost got you S1, over. Yeah, Roger. Okay. A little rough this morning. Okay, let's see if any of the other guys can get you. Go ahead and give it a try there, Chuck.
Yeah, I have no copy, Al. Maybe Doug does.
No, I don't have a thing. There's nothing, no airplanes whatsoever between us. No airplanes. So unless we get a little tropo, it's going to be a no-go today.
Yeah, there's a little private plane, private jet that's right in the midline right now, and maybe that's what Al's getting.
I doubt that. I think it's probably tropo. Okay, very good, Dan. Very good. We'll keep trying. We're in here. K7ZYP. 7-3 for now, but keep trying for for Doug and Chuck. Over. Yeah, I heard you. Over. Go ahead there, Dan. Over. Yeah, we doubled. Hey, you're pretty good right now. Over. Okay, you're listening. Very good. Yeah. Keep listening and keep trying, and Doug and Chuck will work you. Over. He's calling you, Chuck.
I've got nothing, Al.
Yeah, there's Dan, United Airlines 1074 looks like our next best and only possibility. It will be in a good spot for you. Looks like it's going to cross for you and me when it hits Duncan in just a few minutes. So I'll hang here on this heading. Probably about four or 5 minutes. It may get to Duncan, and then it may be our best chance.
There's one more plane coming west of El Paso right now, southwest. That's going to be good.
Yeah, I see that way. Oh, it's a ways away. We can come back to that there. While we're waiting for that plane, anybody copy me up north K7 EME? We'll get some more early check-ins. Hey, Robert, while we got all our antennas to the east, you want to see if we've got some more early check-ins?
Yeah, Roger, no problem. This is November 7 Victor Delta, Arizona SWOT net. Anybody want to check in early, please call now. Check-ins, looking for check-ins for the Arizona SWOT net. Please call now. K7CWA, I see you're out there. Warren, you want to check in? Over.
I'm here, K7CWA.
Okay, Warren, no problem. We'll put you on the list. How you doing today? Over.
Well, about as good as can be expected, I guess. So all is well, and as it can be. And the sun is shining, the sky is bright, it's cloudless, and cool, and it's off to a good start.
That's right. That's very good. And you get some friends out here looking for you, so very good. All right, we'll get you on the list. We'll get back to you later. Thanks. Anybody else, please call now. Okay, nothing heard there, Doug. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay, no worries. Thanks for doing that. I'll get up there in a second. We got couple more minutes there waiting on that. It's an A320, Airbus A320.
Relay.
Yeah.
Kilo Charlie 6 Hotel India tried to check in.
KC6 Hotel India. Okay, Robert, you're probably got a better chance. KC6 Hotel India, give him a call.
Okay, switched in K86HI, please call now. Okay, very good, Dan. Sorry I missed that call there. Hang on a second, let me get this to, trying to get the logger to change the, come on, change it. Anyway, I'll get it figured out here in a minute, but K86HAI, whoever's that figures out a good copy.
I got you, Dan.
Hold on.
Yeah, no problem. We got you in there, and I didn't have to change this, but I got a beam pointed up that direction, so very good. All right, thanks again. We'll get back to you in a few.
Yeah, go ahead, Chuck. I hear him too.
W7KMB, W7KMB, NJ60, how copy then? Yeah, you're not strong, about an S half, but you're Q5, so good copy, but not terribly strong right now, Den. W7KMB, NJ60. Roger, Roger. I understand you got to leave. Your signal did come up a bit there. All right, won't hold you. We'll turn it over to Doug, and Doug will work you. W7KMB and J6D.
Yeah, I got good copy on you now, Dan. Yeah, it's that Airbus A320, and you got to go. 7373s. Catch you tonight on 3695. Okay. Yeah, too bad you got to go. That signal's coming right up. All right, 7-3. Thanks for your patience. I'll swing back up toward Phoenix now.
7-3s, Dan. Take care, and we'll talk to you on 3695 as well.
So now we're back on the Phoenix area here, and finally we got Den in there with good copy. Okay, so K7EME here, looking for some early check-ins for the Arizona SWATnet this morning. Anybody out there wishing to check in? Yeah, good morning, Mike. KD7UUN. How you doing this morning?
Doing great. I'll be sticking around.
Yeah, let me run the antenna back over toward you there, Mike, a little bit. What was that question?
No question. I'm doing fine, and I'll be sticking around.
Oh, okay, I got you better there. Just a little bit too sharp. Okay, we got you on the list then. Perfect. Welcome aboard this morning. Anybody else? K7EME. Got a lot of noise up toward Phoenix this morning. That's just a little bit more than we've had. But anyway, nonetheless, we should hear some guys. All right, I'll be standing by looking for early check-ins.
Hey, Doug, I got that link. Thank you very much.
Okay, good. Yeah, that thing takes up to 50 watts, so you could. And they're cheap enough. If you almost could leave one of those in line and use it for maybe with one of those little boards for an output meter for your 10 gig setup, or just something like that. And they're cheap enough. Like you say, you could get a couple of them.
Yep, already put an offer in for 2.
All right, very good, excellent. That guy's gonna wonder. He had them for sale. He's probably going to sell out this morning. Anyways, sounds good. Gonga deal. All right, K7EME for the Arizona SWATnet. right. Well, we got a little dead time here. What we're talking about is if anybody is interested in a inexpensive and new old stock directional coupler that'll work for 10 gigs. There is a little SMA 50 watt brand new, handles up to 50 watts with a negative 20 dB port on it. Covers from 7 to 12.4 gigahertz. It's available on eBay. And if you want to find it, just do a search for a Narda 4015 Charlie, and it'll come right up. The guy's listing it for $35. He is taking 30 if you make an offer. And when I got one this morning, there were 10 left. So there's still a few of them out there. $30. You can't beat it. Nice tiny little unit for anybody interested in 10 gigs. And we'll see if we can sell them out for the guy. Anyway, I see K6NC is online. Mike, K6NC, are you out there listening? How about you, Ken, W7KZM?
Yeah, good morning, Whiskey 7 Kilo Zulu Mike. Sat here, and I hope everybody's having a nice day. Looking out the window for my picnic table inside the empty bedroom here. So I'm getting ready to play a little harder this time. Anyway, I'll stand by for my turn, and I hope everybody's having a nice day. Whiskey 7 Kilo Zulu Mike.
Oh, very good, Ken. Yeah, so your remodel sounds like you're getting your station at least set back up in there, and you'll have to tell us how that's all going. So we've got you on the list, and we'll get back to you there. Thanks for checking in, Ken. And again, Mike, K6NC, are you around?
Actually, I am. I'm talking to Al on the phone. He's trying to walk me through NetLogger. So I guess check me in. K7EME, K6NC, Oro Valley.
Yeah, okay, Mike. Welcome this morning. Yeah, we got a live stream, so when you're out of town, yeah, Al will fill you in on all that. We're on YouTube there as well if you're ever interested in taking a listen on a Sunday morning. So we got you on the list. Welcome to back to visiting in Oro Valley. We'll get your number 17 on the list.
Okay, very good, thanks, and good to get back on. K7EME, K6NC, with the antenna headed toward New Mexico. I didn't hear anything, but I don't even know what direction do you use? Do you use 90 degrees or 100 or what?
Well, it might be tougher from you, depending on where you're at in Oro Valley, but basically from me, I just go just slightly north of east. Just about 85 degrees, I think.
Oh, okay. I'll have to go back and forth. I've done this before with mobiling. I used to hear Dan Mobile south of Silver City, which was pretty amazing. Not real well, but it was in and out. Okay, and speaking of in and out, I'm going to be out here for a bit. I'm going to talk to Al, and he's telling me about all the ins and outs of NetLogger. Thanks, Doug. K6NC.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. He'll fill you in on all the details there, Mike. All right. Thanks for stopping by. Good to hear you. Maybe see you on Saturday if you're going to be at the Marana Ham Fest. Anybody else out there? K7EME, we're taking early check-ins for the Arizona SWOT Net this morning. Go ahead.
W7ADF.
Morning, Jim. W7ADF. How you doing this morning?
Doing good, Doug. Doing real fine here. I'm going to have to be in and out this morning. Got a few things to take care of this morning, and I probably won't be on 3695 this evening, too. Our neighbors invited us over for another one of her delicious dinners there, so we're probably going to miss that. So anyway, you guys have a good one, and I'll just say 73s. And back to you, Doug. K7AME, W7ADF.
Okay, well, you're going to be busy, but you know, you got a big neighborhood group that sounds like you guys got a really cool neighborhood. So enjoy the evening, and we'll catch up with you probably, well, I guess Tuesday night. So you have a good one there, Jim. Thanks for stopping by.
You bet. 73.
All right, K7EME taking early check-ins. Anybody else out there? We'll start looking around the compass here in a moment or two. Serge, you're early. KT6KT, Las Vegas, K7EME. Good morning, Serge.
Good morning, Doug. I'm at 3 o'clock. I think we can be 1 hour later. Trying for
Okay, solid copy. Yeah, it's daylight savings time, so we got you. I understand why you're early this morning, so makes sense. Thanks for checking in. Let's see if anybody else is copying you, Serge. Stand by. Anybody else want to give Serge a call?
Yeah, let me give it a try, Doug.
Go ahead, Chuck.
Yeah, let's see, KT6KT, November Juliet 6 Delta, Norway, Japan 6 Denmark, NJ6D, Delta Mike 42. How copy, Surge? Over, over, over. Okay, let's try one more time, Surge. The call, November, Juliet 6 Delta, Norway, Japan 6 Denmark, NJ6D, Delta Mike 42, over, over, over.
Yeah, sir, you're right at the noise level. I've got an S2 noise level.
All right, you came up. We'll do it one more time. November, Juliet 6 Delta, Norway, Japan 6 Denmark, November, Juliet 6 Delta, Delta Mike 42, over, over.
Right at the noise level.
All right, Serge, I got you, but I'm at your noise level. So back to you, Doug. K7EME and J6D.
Yeah.
Call KT6KT.
Yeah, Serge, you're up to S6 right now, Serge. Great copy. Anybody else want to try Serge up in Las Vegas?
November 7, Victor Delta.
Call him again, Robert.
K6KT, November 7, Victor Delta, Norway 7, Victoria, Denmark, over, over.
Anything heard, Serge? Okay, nothing heard that time. All right, well, 7-3, Serge, 7-3s if you're copying. And thank you for checking in. That was a great signal there for a moment. 7-3, Serge.
Hey, Doug, that guy with those directional couplers is awfully fast. He accepted my offer, and now there are 6 available.
Okay, so 6 more available. God, I should get a commission maybe. I ought to contact him again.
Very cool, Doug. Thank you very much. That'll be another building block to the system.
Oh, I know. I know. Hey, Barry, are you still listening?
Roger, roger.
Yeah, there's a guy on eBay selling these little Narda brand new SMA directional couplers with a -20 dB port, and they're brand new, only only $30. They take 50 watts. You know anybody who'd be interested in those? There's 6 of them left. There were 10 earlier this morning.
No, it sounds good though, but other than you guys.
Yeah, okay. Well, I thought maybe most everybody's probably got that covered, but I couldn't resist a deal like that. Anyways, okay, sounds good.
Yeah, maybe Andy KC7KW.
No, I bet Andy's probably got everything covered, but yeah, I haven't heard from him this morning. Yeah, that's a good thought.
And email as well, but I'll catch him on 432.
All right, well, yeah, spread the word up there, and it's a 4015 Charlie, and if they just do a search on eBay, they'll come up with it. So, guy has 6 of them left.
Roger, roger. Hey, Doug.
Yeah.
Let me go back to the other one. If you change the part number from say 4015 down to 4014, you'll notice that it's 4 to 8 for a 5 gig, and 4013 for 2 to 4 gig, and 4012 for 0.5 to 1, 1 to 2 gig, and they're all about the same price, sir.
Oh, excellent. So you could get a whole set of those. Excellent. So that, what is it, 4011 through 15?
Well, yeah, just start dropping the numbers down and you'll see how they cover it. The only one that's not that cheap is the 4014, which covers, 4 to 8 gig, which is the 5 gig one, but still not a bad deal there, over.
Yeah, you know what, after the net, what I'll do is I'll post that on AZVHF for sale. And have guys, because that is awesome. Thanks for figuring that out.
Well, I've just used a military part number, so I thought, well, I'll just check and see if this one covers a different range, and they sure do. Now, they do vary. Some of them are just 10 dB, not a 20 dB port, over.
Yeah, okay. Well, even 10 dB is usable because you could just stick attenuator off of that. I mean, that's no problem, but I prefer to have a little more attenuation just in case, like if you want to run it off on out after an amp or something like that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So very good. Just let you know.
Great, great to know that. All right, very good. You heard it here first, guys. The Arizona SWOT Net. If you want a directional coupler for microwave, we got the sources. Anyways, K7EME. Let me swing out to the west a little bit here while we're in a pause, and let's check out toward the west, K7EME for the Arizona SWOT Net, looking west from Tucson, K7EME. Looking north-northwest, K7EME for the Arizona SWOT Net. And I'm going to have to kick the noise blinker on here. Looking to the northeast, K7EME for the Arizona SWOT Net. K7 Echo, Mike Echo, looking northeast, K7EME. And starting to swing over toward the east, K7EME for the Arizona SWOT Net. Anybody out that way?
N6ETA.
Morning, Pete. How you doing?
Oh, just a little hoarse here this morning, but other than that, I'm doing fine.
Well, you've been doing a lot of yelling.
I'll say again.
You been yelling and screaming and all that? That's why you're hoarse?
No, not just the morning hoarseness.
The morning horses. Yes, I know what that's all about. Okay. Well, anything new and exciting this week?
Not really. Same old, same old.
Well, there's something to be said for stability, you know. And so there you go. All right. Well, we got you down on the list. Let me go as far as I can to the southwest here before I run into the mountains. And anybody out that way, K7EME for the Arizona SWOTnet. N6CAZ maybe he's around. Nothing heard. So we're going to head back toward the Phoenix area. And I see a couple more people are are online on NetLogger here on the instant messaging. So we'll give a call out. Now we'll start with KD5NLP. Mike, are you listening on frequency?
Yes, I am, Doug. I'm here. Mike, KD5NLP. I was just logging on to NetLogger.
Yeah, okay. Very good, Mike. We got you on the list. Are you going to be able to stick around this morning?
Yeah, I should be here. All right.
Okay, excellent. We got you on the list, and let's see, what was it? KF7 Tango X-Ray Echo. Are you listening? Hey, Robert, can you give a call out up in your area there and see if KF7TXE is on frequency?
Yeah, no problem. Just a second. All right, this is November 7 Victor Delta, KF7TXE. Richard, are you out there? You want to check in? Please call now. Any relays?
Yeah, okay. Thanks for that, Robert. I can't remember how strong he is down this way, but at least we gave it a try there, and maybe he'll get the radio on. K7EME for the Arizona SWOTnet.
I'm here.
Well, who is I? I'm here is Jim, it sounds like.
You got a good ear, sir. Whiskey X-ray 7 Golf. A little late checking in, but I'm here.
Hey, we take late, early, you know, fashionably late, you know, anything you can come up with. Well, how you doing, Mayor Jim?
Well, sir, I am doing excellent. Had a great time in Wickenburg yesterday. Fun trip with the guys. A lot of excellent ham radio stuff up there. I was quite surprised. Wickenburg, what are they called? Hark is, I think, the name of their club up there. And they did an extremely good job. I like their new location. Over.
Okay, that's what I heard Robert saying. They've got indoor and outdoor, and it sounds like a great venue. May have to check that out next year from down here. So excellent input, and you're going to be able to stick around, right?
Oh, absolutely. You can't get rid of me that quick.
Okay. Well, you got it. Let's see here. A couple more folks I see are lurking about, and I'm going to have to go up toward the north here. And let me backtrack the rotor a little bit. Let's look for WJ0F. Lee, I see you're online. Lee, are you listening? WJ0F Flagstaff. I think I heard you in there, Lee. I may have got the connection, the azimuth off here. WJ0F, go ahead.
He's in there.
Yeah, I know. He's not real strong. Lee, we've got you. Solid, not solid copy. You're very weak. Can you check where your antenna is at? You're much weaker than usual, but we do have you into the net, Lee. Over. Okay, Lee, difficult copy. Anybody else can relay for Lee there?
K7ZYP.
Go ahead, Al.
WJ0F, Lee, you got a copy? Over. Yeah, okay, Lee. Yeah, we've got you in there. I have a little bit of noise on your beam heading, but I'm copying you. Over. Okay, very good, Lee. Well, you have a good day, and we'll catch you later on. 7373. Think I owe you a phone call. Over. Yeah, just when it gets to talking, the darn noise creeps up. And by the way, Doug, K6NC says he's going to be in and out. Over.
Okay, very good. I'm glad Mike could join us for a little bit anyway this morning, and he's back in town. Okay, 7-3s, Lee. 7-3s. Just didn't have the good path to me here this morning. Let's see. Gene, N7EJC. Gene, are you copying? Over.
I'm copying you. I don't know if your antenna's pointing at me because I was hearing you real good when you were calling for Lee, but you're down a bit now. I don't know if it's QSB or antenna position, but I'm here. That's EJC. Back to you.
Yeah, okay, Gene. No, I wasn't quite on you there, and so now I've got good copy on you there, Gene. Solid copy. How you doing this morning?
Doing real good. Got a busy day planned. Got some antenna work that I got to do like around, 9:30 or so. So I can hang around till about 9. Over.
Okay. I don't think we're gonna probably get you in there before then. Do you have anything for the group this morning, just in case?
Not a whole lot. I got the antenna foundation done this past week, so I'm working on sections now. Just want to clean them up a bit, and I should have that EME antenna up in the next, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, maybe. Yeah, it's hard to say. You think stuff will go smooth and easy, and then it doesn't. But anyway, working on that. Going to get the 432 antenna, 70 centimeter up today, and went to the Hamfest yesterday. Great Hamfest. Found a bird watt meter and 270 centimeter slugs for $200. Lots of good deals. Small, but it was very good. But anyway, that's about all I've got. So I'll pass it to you, and listen now till about 9. And I guess just check me out, but I'll be here till about 9 listening in anyway. Over.
Okay, solid copy. Great signal there, Gene. And we'll, as a reminder, we'll tell everybody about, Gene here up in Prescott is net control for the sort of Central Arizona SWAT net on Monday nights at 7 p.m. Am I correct on that, Gene?
Roger, that is correct. One thing I did forget to mention, very important, and I sent emails out to people who usually participate, but tomorrow evening I have to pick up my XYL at the airport at 6:30 down in Phoenix, so I will not be able to run the net tomorrow only. If anyone that normally checks in wants to run it, it's just really good by me. But I won't be on it because I'll have to pick her up. But that's just a one-time deal, so just wanted to mention that. Over.
Well, that's good information. Good to know. So tomorrow, everybody, Gene will not be able to do the net. So Yeah, I guess if anybody happens around, we'll sort of make it potluck and see what happens tomorrow night on your net there. But anyways, have a safe trip down to pick up your wife, and we'll catch you later, Gene. Thanks for all that information, and we'll catch you later.
ZYP.
Go ahead, Al.
Yeah, Gene, I'll see if I can pick up your net for you. It'll be interesting from running it down here on the border, but I'll see if I can pick it up and do net logger and all that for you. Over. Okay, we'll even get the guys in Utah and California in here for you. Over. Okay. 7-3. Yeah, we'll see what we can do. Back to you there, Doug. K7ZYP.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds good, Al. Thanks for stepping in there for him. Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, and good morning to Richard, KF7 Tango X-Ray Echo down in Benson. Now I remember, and so we're anxiously awaiting the day that we can get you in here on 2 meters from maybe Portable or something down there. But good morning to you, and welcome aboard listening on the live stream. Let's see, where are we at here? Time-wise, we got about 3 more minutes. Robert, can you take it for a second? I'm going to go refresh my my drink here, and I will be back to get the net started. Over to you, Robert.
Okay, no problem. This is November 7, Victor Delta for the Arizona SWOT net. Looking for check-ins. Please call now.
W7IXA.
Oh, good morning, Doug. How are you? Did you find anything at the Hamfest you couldn't live without there, or?
I did. I found a Metcal unit there for a soldering station, and I'm an advocate of those, and I could use an extra one for a second bench set up so I wouldn't have to keep moving things around. So I bought it. So that was a good deal. And I brought it home, plugged it in, checked it out, and everything works.
All right, fantastic, and that's a very successful Hamfest. Anyway, I didn't find much, just a little tripod and a portable mast that we'll use for camping. But anyway, good to hear you. Anyway, Southern Doug will be back in here in a minute. Take it she'll probably be in and out off to 432.
Yeah, that's likely, and I just wanted to pass along to you and the net that I have a 2-meter Yagi and a 6-meter Yagi and parts of another 6-meter Yagi that are available to anybody that needs them. They're free. All you got to do is come pick them up. The 6-meter 5-element Yagi is in very good condition and had been up in the air and been in use. The other 6-meter Yagi is sort of in pieces, and I'm not sure if you can really make a Yagi out of it or not, but it looked like there's enough pieces there maybe for 2 antennas. It's weird. And the 2-meter Yagi is a KLM, and I have the balun for it, and it's rough, but I think can be massaged into operation for somebody that needed a fairly long boom Yagi. Anyhow, for you to do a good home, have them give me a call. You're welcome to pass out my phone number, and in fact, I'll just pass it out now, 602-568-8694. Again, 602-568-8694. Anybody interested in those, give me a call for more details. Thanks, Robert.
All right, fantastic. Well, you guys heard it. There's some free antennas out there for him. Just give Doug a call. Thanks, appreciate that. And I remember the KLM bandpass. That was quite the antenna in its day with the coaxial balun. I used one up in Oklahoma for many years because it covered such a wide part. I could use it for both FM and sideband. Obviously cross polarization issues, but it worked. All right, anybody else for the Arizona SWOT net, please call now.
Break WD7R.
Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, hey, I listened to Doug's information there. I'll go ahead and put that on the VHF Slack for sale piece. Of course, we got the the virtual swap meet Tuesday night with the round table. But I'll go ahead and add his information to that, so spread the word around, okay?
Oh yeah, did you copy that, Doug?
Yeah, I was out of the room till just now. But was there something that Doug had? Was that right?
Yeah, I was talking to Doug IXA. Go ahead, Doug.
Yeah, the 2-meter beam that I mentioned before, and some 6-meter stuff too. A beam that's in good shape and will be quite usable with minimal effort, and then one that's kind of a bag full of tricks. Anyhow, both free, along with that 2-meter antenna that I mentioned before.
Okay, excellent, Doug. I did post that on for sale, and then Mike, sounds like Mike's got it figured out. We'll try to find a home for those. That's a pretty good, they're always a great price and a great demand for stuff that's free, Doug. So thanks for telling everybody about that.
Well, that's fine. It certainly gets somebody started there with a minimal effort there, and who needs a horizontal antenna, and get them excited about sideband stuff. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And we get folks here that entry level for VHF, and that's a perfect deal for somebody to get going on. So. Thanks for making that available, and yeah, definitely. And thank you, Mike, for picking up on that. All right, guys. Anything else there, Doug?
Negative. Back to you.
Okay. Well, thank you much. And I see that it's a little past the half hour here, so we'll get things rolling. And so good morning, one and all, and welcome to the Arizona Sidewinders on TuneNet. This net is open to all amateurs. We meet every Sunday morning at this time, 1530 Zulu, and we're here usually an hour or so earlier, taking early check-ins and doing some air scatter work beforehand. My name is Doug. I am K7EME, located in southern Arizona, a little bit west of Tucson, running legal limit to lots of aluminum up there and covering Arizona and into the surrounding states. The purpose of this net is to encourage VHF and higher band activity here throughout the Southwest. And for more information, you can check our website, az-swat.net, which Robert N7BD put together and is sponsoring. And he's also running the net logger portion of this net, where online you can monitor the check-in list and send us messages through the almost instant messaging service there. If you need us to point your way and we're not getting you checked in on 2 meters. So I'm going to go ahead and look around the compass one more time here, and we'll see if we've got anybody wishing to check in. And I'm going to start by swinging out to the west and the northwest. K7EME looking for any more check-ins. And looking up to the northwest, K7EME. And we'll swing out toward the northeast, looking for any check-ins for the Arizona SWATnet. And we'll get over toward the east, K7EME for the Arizona SWATnet. Anybody out that way? All right, and south is into no man's land, so we'll swing back toward Phoenix here and get things going here. So stand by one. All right, well, good morning again to everyone, and beautiful Arizona morning here in the first part of November. That's why we pay our dues in the heat, and we get these days. Although I think today is supposed to be in the low 90s, so going to be another warm one out there. We are on live stream on YouTube. The NJ6D and myself, K7EME, we have live feeds going on the YouTube. You just type in, do a search for AZ space SWOT, SWOT, space Sunday, and that will get you to those two feeds. And you can listen if you're out on the fringe and can't copy all the other stations. So that is give us some feedback if that's helping you out. The Marana Hamfest is coming up next Saturday, so hope to. That's a great one for folks in Phoenix who don't want to have to drive a tremendous long way because it is 10 or so miles north of Tucson on the freeway, so it's not quite as much of a trek. Next Saturday morning. And just wanted to remind folks about the different nets that we have during the week. I try to think of them every once in a while, but I just thought we'd bring up some of them. Monday, N7EJC, Gene has the Central Arizona SWAT net at 7 p.m. on this frequency, 144.250. Tuesdays, Mike, WD7R, moderates a roundtable on this frequency, 7 p.m. And the first Tuesday of the month coming up, it will be a little bit earlier than that. It's about 6:30 or so, where if you got something up for sale or you want to buy something, you're looking for something, it's a swap net sort of beginning to that. And believe me, I've sold a number of items thanks to that setup there. So Tuesday, maybe around 6:30 or so, a little bit earlier, if you've got something you want to put up for sale and for the VHF community here. Wednesdays, 1296.1 is net a roundtable net at 7 p.m. as well for anybody getting into 1296. And on Thursday, there's a What's on Your Workbench Roundtable by Chuck, NJ6D. That's coming up this Thursday. Chuck will be out of town, and I'll try to MC that one and fill in sort of for Chuck's capable discussions there. But great for technical stuff if you're interested in that sort of thing. And then Friday, Robert's got his 222.1 net, which is getting to be more and more popular. I think he had 15 check-ins last Friday, and more to come. Soon I'm going to get my station back on 222, and I'll add to the fun there. We have Saturday off, and then Sundays, of course, the net here. So there's a lot of stuff to do during the week if you're so inclined to check into the nets. And welcome back to Barry, our constant winter visitor here, BE4MA Portable 7. We're glad to have you back and contributing to our community with all your knowledge and that. So that's pretty much the end of the pre-stuff. We'll turn it over to Robert and get the net going. So Robert, how's things going with you? And it's all yours.
All right, K7EME in the SWAT net. This is November 7, Victor Delta, Robert over here in Northeast Mesa. SWAT number 3051, and good conditions this morning. Everybody's sounding well. And again, welcome back to Barry, and always good to have him back in town. So all you microwave guys will be having probably an organized microwave activity day coming up pretty soon. All right, and Doug, now the proud owner of 4 of those different frequency still bidirectional couplers there, so it'll be good to be able to monitor at least some power output on those frequencies. All right, let's see what else. Went to the Hamfest up north, and it was a good drive. Enjoyed it immensely. Lots of much bigger than I anticipated. So it's a growing one, and obviously the more people talk about it, the more people hopefully will come next year, and it'll just get better. And let's see, we got Marana coming up obviously next weekend, and after that we look forward to the Superstition Hamfest, which is I believe the first Saturday of December. All right, other than that, everything's going good. So back to you, Doug, in 7VD. Go ahead.
Okay, Robert, congratulations on that. And yeah, those directional couplers are great for tuning antennas, checking power output and all. Directional couplers, guys, in case you don't know, are sort of an SWR, the guts of an SWR bridge, kind of. And you need specialized ones for the super high frequencies, like up in the microwave region. So, and if you have any questions about that sort of device, you can ask here, or on the informational net on Thursday nights is another good place to find out about anything like that. All questions. No question is too simple or too complex. It would take one and all. All right, so the aforementioned Barry, VE4MA Portable 7, is next on the list. And Barry, again, welcome back. Go ahead.
Yeah, thanks, Doug. K7EME, V4MA Portable 7. And, yeah, good to be back. Just reacquainting myself with the stuff in the shack and looking at trying to make some room in here. So I'll probably be taking some stuff to Marana just to give away, if nothing else. So. Anyway, but the only thing that I brought with me that is of interest is the 122 gigahertz station, and I'll be playing with K6 VHF to see what we can do over the winter. So other than that, it'll be just building projects. So good to hear everybody. Back to you, Doug. K7EME, the 4MA.
All right. Well, looking forward to all the fun and games that'll be happening this winter up there. So again, welcome back, and we'll look forward to seeing you there on Saturday. Catch up again with you. All right, Al, K7ZYP, you are next. Thanks for all your assistance this morning, and it's over to you.
Yeah, good morning, Doug and the net. K7ZYP here. Got a good copy on everybody so far. One thing, my screen on NetLogger is just all jumbled up. I've got me at the top of the list, still is number 4, but and then Doug, he I don't know, it's all jumbled up. Numbers are out of sequence, so I don't know what's going on there. Let's see, got Mike K6NC all squared away on the live stream and the NetLogger, and he had never heard of either one of them before, so got him squared away there. Welcome back, Barry. Good to have you back in the area. We'll look forward to chatting with you just about every evening, and looking forward to seeing everybody at the Hamfest next weekend. That'll be good. So, excuse me. Still working on the shack here. I've been putting up a lot of shelving and stuff to get the radio equipment, the antique stuff displayed, and the extra stuff kind of stored and put away. Boy, I've got a lot of junk. Maybe I ought to load up some of it and take it up to the Hamfest next weekend. I don't know. But anyway, with that, I think I'll say 7-3, and everybody have a real good day. K7EME, K7ZYP. Back to net.
Yeah, okay, very good, Al. And Robert, was that? Did you have something?
Yeah, Al. Check at the top of your NetLogger where the headers are. Go over and click on the hash mark, which is the number. It will sort them by number that way. You must have clicked on either call sign or something else there. Or
okay, I did that, and it straightened it out. I don't know how it got messed up. Thanks there, Robert. Appreciate it. K7ZYP, back in net.
Yeah, okay. Awesome, Robert. I didn't know that it would do that either. Okay, now I know if I do that, what to do to straighten it out. Let's see, Vince, K7BNE, you're next, and I'm glad you could stick around this morning. How's the puppy doing?
He's doing real good, Doug. Thanks. K7V in the events, Fountain Hills, SWAT 3670. He's more than double his body weight, so that's the plus, I guess. I don't know. He keeps growing. He's not quite 5 months old now, so things are going good. Like I say, I can finally trust him housebreaking wise, so he's doing fine. I've been doing a lot of stuff on the radio. I did try to get into the space station this morning, but unfortunately, I haven't been working satellites so long that my system changed COM ports on me. So by the time I figured out what was going on, it was already passed. So I have to try it maybe tomorrow. But there's a new DX out there, Russian DX again. I don't know how these guys afford doing this stuff, but I worked at one in Swain Island a couple weeks ago, and now this one's in Botswana, Africa. And they're working all bands, all modes. I caught them on 5 bands so far. In fact, I just got them about a half hour ago on 30 meters. So if anybody's interested, the call sign's Alpha 25 Romeo. And it's the first time I ever hit Botswana, so that might be somebody else is looking for. And conditions, according to the solar sites, and I guess we'll find out, I think, from Jerry, not good. The K-index is pretty high, but I still hit South Africa with the little A99. So that thing still amazes me on 12 meters. But other than that, everything's looking good. Glad to hear everybody. Hope everybody's having a good weekend. And Roger on the 90 degrees seeming hot all of a sudden. It's funny how we get turned around so quick. But I'll send it back to you, Doug, and we'll catch you next week, K7V&E.
Hey, excellent there, Vince. Congratulations on the Botswana DX there. I know there's been a lot of excitement with that because Chuck, I know, worked him on, I think, 80 and 40 meters. So that was good. And I actually saw, when I was over at Chuck's yesterday, I saw that he was on the air and we could see the signal he had, or the DXpedition they had. Anyways, sounds good. Glad the pup is doing fine. 5 months and still growing. He's probably got a few more times of doubling in weight. Who knows? Keep us posted. Lynn, K7HAM up in Gilbert. How you doing this morning, Lynn?
Yeah, K7EME in the group, K7HAM. Doing pretty good, Doug. Got to go to the Hamfest on Saturday. Said hi to Robert. Said hi to Jerry. I think the other one was Doug. I'm not sure. I think it was at North Doug. And walked around, had a good time. Got a couple little things. And so it was surprising because I'd heard bad things, that it was really, really small and it wasn't worth going. But that one was a pretty decent one. And then, of course, we got the Superstition one coming up on the 2nd of December. I don't think I'll make it to Marana, but we're going to try to make it to the one on Superstition. That's always a pretty decent one. Other than that, not a whole lot. Just running around with the Motley crew there on Saturday, and the honorable mayor of Gilbert there, and that was kind of fun. Other than that, we'll shoot it back there to you, Doug. K7EME, K7HM.
Very good, Lynn. Well, it sounds like that Wickenburg Hamfest is up and coming, and I hear nothing but positive. Maybe I have to check that one out. And thanks for the reminder on the Superstition December 2nd Hamfest. I think that may be the last one of the year that's going to be there. I think the Thunderbird, has been canceled or something. But anyways, well, I believe I'm going to head up to that one. Looking forward to that for sure as well. WD7R, Mike, how are you doing today? And what's new with you?
Hey, good morning, Doug and the group. Good to hear everybody, WD7R, and welcome back, Barry, and many others that, are back for the winter. It sounds like it was a great time yesterday at the Hamfest, and that's a good thing. Doing good here, enjoying the weather, taking care of some fall projects here, replacing smoke detector batteries is always something we do with the time change, which happened today, I guess. Of course, Arizona doesn't change, but the rest of most of the other states do. So kind of tie it to that, and just enjoying the outdoors. I put up a 12-meter Delta loop yesterday for the first time. I haven't been on 12 meters before, and so I thought I would play around with that band a little bit. I just got officially awarded the DXCC for mixed. So I got my 100th country confirmed late last night, Portugal. I've been waiting for. So yeah, I'm excited about that. It only took a little over 9 years to get that. Working full time and doing ham stuff when I can. But yeah, I was happy about getting the mixed DXCC there finally. That was quite a bucket list item there. We got that. So just applied for the certificate this morning, and looking forward to the net on Tuesday night. Thanks, Doug, and all for taking cover on that when I was busy with the chili cook-off last Tuesday, which was Halloween. Had a really nice time with the neighbors on that, and I don't think there was any definitive winner. I think it was kind of a draw, but 3 different kinds of chili, and they were all good, so it was a fun time. But thanks again for the support, taking the Tuesday night roundtable, and I will be back this Tuesday for that and the swap, virtual swap meet, which you've already got our first listing there, Doug, W7IXA. I'll go ahead and make a note of that and get the list going for Tuesday. So this frequency, Tuesday night, if you didn't sell your stuff at the Wickenburg Ham Fest over the weekend, you got a second chance here. We'll post it online in 2 places. Join us about 6 o'clock, 6:15. Start taking early check-ins. Officially 6:30 to 7 p.m. On this frequency Tuesday night. We'll do that, and then we'll follow it up with the roundtable. And tonight, if you all want to join 3695, starting about probably 5:45. Starting to get a little earlier since the days are getting shorter. 5:45 tonight. Start taking early check-ins then, and we'll look forward to some 75-meter fun. Doug, I think that's about it for me today. Thanks a lot. Have a great net. WD7R, back to net 7-3.
All right, lots of good info there, Mike. And you going to be able to come down to Marana? Can we get you tempted to visit us there?
When is that?
Next Saturday.
I have to check with the social coordinator. That's a holiday weekend. We might have some family stuff going on, but I'll let you know. Thanks for the nudge. WD7R.
Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Yeah. Well, I'll probably see you at Superstition, if not. So I haven't seen you eye to eye in a while now. Looking forward to one of these days catching up with you. Sounds good. Well, next on the list is Steve, N7THW up there, and so Steve, you're what have you been up to, and what's new in your station?
K7EME in the SWAT group, N7THW, SWAT number 3663, and Delta Mike 43. Not a whole lot, but a couple things I wanted to say. Welcome back, Barry, if you're still on, before MA. And also, I just want to make a note on K6NC. He was concerned if we're going to hear him up here. I had a good solid 5x3 copy on him, and it wasn't even pointed towards Oracle. Just a note, but we had fun last night on 432, just testing. We were testing the live stream. What I really found out I was kind of interested in was how impressed I was with the receive that you have on 432, listening to the live stream. It's incredible. So anyway, looking forward to Tuesday. It's going to be the end of this series of my radiation blast. I don't do well laying still inside a huge machine for several hours, I'll tell you that. So I won't have to do that for probably, I think, 6 more months before they even consider it again. So anyway, I'm looking forward to have Wednesday off after that radiation on Tuesday, and got to recoup because we're headed down to Tucson for a few days. And the last day will be Saturday, and we'll definitely be at the Marana Ham Fest. We'll see you all down there. So I guess that's about it for now. Won't be able to join any nets here probably for the next week because of the schedule. But anyway, 7-3 is the group. K7EME in the group. And 7THW back to net.
All right, Steve. Hey, that's great news. I'll look forward to seeing you there. Haven't seen you since looking at that beautiful home you got up there in the mountains at Lakeside. So that'll be great. Looking forward to it. And good on all the rest. And hang in there and fight the good fight, my friend. Let's see, Jerry, W5RCQ. We're going to head back up towards Sun City and get our weekly solar report. I see the solar flux is up significantly from last week. So what's that all about? Fill us in there, Jerry. Go ahead.
Yeah, K7EME and the net. W5RCQ, Jerry in Sun City, SWOT number 3662. Well, the solar numbers were up, and they're off just a little bit the last couple of days, but up a lot from when they were down with two groups and 52. So today we got 7 groups, and the sunspot number is 95, but it was up over 100 quite a bit most of last week, so it's looking good. And the 10.7 centimeter number, if that's the one you like, is 155. There is a CME supposed to be impacting us today. Actually, there's about 3 of them that are all gathered together, and they're looking at a a G2 storm, some aurora, probably nothing that will impact us down here, but anyway, things are looking up. They have reconsidered their original estimate of how high the sunspot would go and when it would peak, and they're now saying it's going to be early next year, and it's going to be similar to 23. So not as high as we had hoped, not as high as it looked like it was going when it was climbing all the time, but better than last time. So since this is probably my last one, I'm going to take advantage of it. Nice Hamfest at Wickenburg. I've been going to it since it started. They're a nice bunch of people, always have a good time, and it was a really nice Hamfest yesterday. That new site they have is closer. It's only like a 45-minute drive from my house and all freeway, so it was closer. They had both indoor and outdoor, a good group of sellers. I bought 2 or 3 things, got to see a lot of people to say hi to, and I got to wear my new SWAT hat that Gene's wife made for me. So lots of good things, and I was really tickled to see that the Flagstaff contingent is there. They're going to do another Flagstaff Hamfest this coming summer in July. I don't know if they picked a day yet, but it was good last year. It's going to be better this year, and I'm really thrilled that Flagstaff is back. So with that, I think that's all I got, and back to net and 7 EME. I don't know why I said N. K7 EME and the net, W5RCQ.
I answer to anything. It doesn't matter. You got it. Well, yeah. Hey, Flagstaff, that was a terrific net. Good start to the rebirth of that, not net, but swap meet. And I am looking forward to next year as well. So I think they got a good start to it. And Wickenburg as well. So it's starting to be more choices there for Hamfests, and love it. It's not just finding stuff and selling stuff, but seeing everybody and catching up with one and all. Let's see, Chuck, you are next, NJ6D. How you doing this morning, and what's new with you?
All right, good morning, not afternoon. Good morning, everybody on the net, NJ6D. Thanks, Doug. Let's see what's new with me. I've been playing around on the low bands, as Doug had hinted at. Managed to work the Botswana station, A25R, on both 80 and 40, which was kind of cool. And been trying to get a 160-meter antenna working here. And spent Friday afternoon on that, but didn't get it quite right. Struggled with it. Figured it out, though. It's a long story, but it turns out that the feed impedance on that antenna, it's a quarter-wave sloper off my 70-foot tower, it turns out to be 100 ohms, even though the modeling says it should be 50, but it's not. So fortunately, I had a 2-to-1 Ballon waiting in the wings. So Doug watched me climb the tower yesterday, make sure I didn't do anything stupid. Got the 2-to-1 Ballon installed, and presto, I've got a really nice matched 160-meter antenna now. So it's resonant at somewhere between, I think it's right at 1833 kilohertz, which is about right for FT8 and CW and all kinds of DX. I played around with it last night and early this morning, and already logged 4 new DXCC countries on 160. So that's been a lot of fun. Took Doug out to the industrial metal supply, got some metal for his 2-meter and 6-meter improvement projects on his mast and boom support. So we'll be working on that over the winter here with Doug and get his rotators upgraded and repaired and fixed and all that fun stuff. And let's see, while we were out doing that, we stopped off to his surplus store next to Elliott's Electronics, and I picked up this goofy little filter, microwave filter, and it's actually 2 filters in one assembly. And so Doug, I put the VNA on it and did a sweep on it, and it's got 2 filters in one assembly, and one filter is nicely tuned and hasn't been touched, and it's right at 1.86 gigahertz and really nice performance. I'm not sure what I do with that, but maybe I can tune it to some other place. And then the other side, someone had messed with it, so it's all out of whack. Anyway. And lastly, or actually not, almost the penultimate lastly, is been collecting parts for this winter's 10 gigahertz project. So you heard this morning the directional couplers, so added that to my parts bin, and slowly but surely I think we're getting all the building blocks assembled. So that'll be a fun project to do. It's new territory for me. And lastly, totally non-radio thing, it's with the cooler weather, I got my sourdough starter fired up, and we're baking bread today. So that's about it, Doug. K7EME in the group, NJ60.
I saw that sourdough starter yesterday, and yeah, that's you're going to have fun with that. What is that? A 200-year-old straight line of sourdough starter or something like that? 150 years old?
Yeah, it dates from the 1840s. It's called the Oregon Trail sourdough. It's been in a family for that entire time period, and they will sell you some little packages of dried starter that you can use to get your own strain of it going. And I've got that, and then what I do is every time I get a little bit of that starter going, I will spread a little bit of it out on a cookie sheet and let it dry and turn it into flakes and crush them up, and then I'll seal those up. So I keep the strain alive. So yep, it's Oregon Trail sourdough starter. It's pretty cool. It's got a long lineage there, Doug. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay. Well, it's pretty awesome that they've kept that strain going for so many, century plus there. And yeah, it was fun at Industrial Metals, and got everything stocked up for some big improvements thanks to you and your expertise coming up here in the antenna farm. Really should be some, especially on 432 and 2 meters. Looking forward to all your help there, and much appreciated. And by the way, guys, you should see him up there on his tower. Although, Chuck, I thought the handstand on the boom of the 40-meter Yagi was a little bit much. But yeah, he put on a good show there. All right, we had George, KD7XP was in and out. Dan also, W7KMB, a much hard-worked air scatter contact this morning, right now there's a bunch of planes over there, and I noticed about 20 minutes ago there was another bunch of them. So hopefully that'll, we'll get some more next week to get him in here a little easier. Now next is KC6 Hotel Alpha Italy, and I was aimed out to the east when you checked in, and I'm not sure what your name is, but go ahead. It's your turn. Tell us about your station and your name, please.
Don't forget about Warren.
I'm sorry. I bumped right over Warren. Yeah, I'm sorry. Stand by, KC6HAI. Let's get Warren. K7CWA. My bad. Go ahead, Warren.
Okay, K7EME, K7CWA. It's not like it's a big thing because I never have very much to add to the net. But I will kind of throw a question out to Robert. He put up my antenna for me. It's a dual band Cushcraft 10 meter, 6 meter ground plane. And maybe he could just help me understand something. I'm not calling for any assistance or anything. I'm just puzzled, and that is it's a dual band ground plane for 6 meters and 10 meters, but it doesn't perform particularly well now on 6 or 10 meters. However, it loads up on just about every other HF band, and it really works wonderfully on 40 meters, and I just can't quite understand why. So it's mounted up on a big aluminum structure, and I figured maybe that's somehow figuring into it. But why it tunes up on, it'll even tune up on 80 meters to a degree, but I just don't understand how it works. Anyhow, it's interesting to hear what everybody else is doing, and we'll, I guess, kind of leave it at that. As you all know, the news these days is so focused in other areas that it's kind of nice on amateur radio to be able to get away from it. K7EME, K7CWA.
Okay, Warren. Very good. Well, Robert, you've seen that setup, obviously. Got any ideas of why it works on all those bonus bands and not so much on the bands it's made for?
Well, I'd probably say that there's a bad coax connection. Something's changed, corrosion or whatever. Because basically, if you take let's say the ground loose or the center, you've just got a long wire, and it's probably just tuning up on that. So anyway, Warren, we'll have to come over and go through it with the analyzer, and we'll figure it out there. Over.
Yeah, Doug and the company, a broken shield is my guess.
All right, there we go. Warren, did you get that? Maybe a broken shield there.
Yeah, there's not too many connections between the radio and the antenna, but it does have a feed-through connector at the window, and then the coax from there up to the antenna itself. It's got to be something like that, but it's really difficult for me not being able to even really go out into the yard anymore, much less anything else. So it is what it is, and it's doing a pretty good job for me, even though not necessarily on the bands that I purchased it for, but it's working well. And it really works well on 40 meters. I use it weekly for a digital net. So here I am talking a second time. K7EME, K7CWA.
Okay, well, maybe you guys you can get together with Robert and maybe just a little bit of upkeep, and it'll get things working back for you there, Warren. So sounds good. Okay, now we will go to KC6HAI, and Robert, I'm not sure if I'm going to hear him. I don't know where he's at or which Scottsdale I see. But anyway, KC6HAI, tell us about yourself and your station. Go ahead. Yeah, Robert, I'm not hearing him.
He's talking.
He's talking.
Okay, very good, Dana. Well, yeah, good copy on you. I've got a beam up that way. And, yeah, welcome back into Ham Radio. Doug, he's only running a couple watts, and he's just trying to get stuff going here. I guess it's a homemade transverter. But, anyway, yeah, I'm glad that you're getting back in. Now, you answer your question on 1296. Listen to 1296.100, the call frequency. Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. 7 p.m. on Wednesday nights. And there's usually some activity there. It's just a local kind of round table there. You copy that over? Very good, Dana. Well, we'll definitely make sure we get on this coming Wednesday. I missed last Wednesday. I got my nose in the computer, and the time I looked up, it was 7:30. So, anyway, we'll make it a point. All right, 7-3 for now. We'll hope to catch you in the future. Back to net control in K70ME and 780.
Okay, very good. Well, Dana, I'm not copying you down here, but welcome, and I guess you've been out of ham radio for a while, and you're getting back into it. So this is a good spot to get started on part of that. So welcome aboard, and we'll look forward to hearing your station as you get things going again. Let's see. Let's switch back down here to Tucson and Mike, KD7UUN. Mike, go ahead.
Okay, Doug, good morning. I just got hit with an allergy attack here, so hopefully I'll be able to keep talking. Anyway, just wanted to let you know that finally last night I was able to get your VHF Jaggy to my brother at 7PSC. So he has it now, and so hopefully now at some point in time he can get into a situation where maybe he can use that to check into the net. So we'll see how that goes, but he does have it, so that's the next step in the process. Only other thing I was going to note was kind of interesting. You were all kind of talking about the daylight savings time change, and you know it can really make things interesting. When in the springtime we went up to Monument Valley and Canyon de Shade, so you know Utah was on daylight savings time, Arizona was not, and Navajo Nation was not. And so then we went over to Kanab, which was on daylight savings time, and then down into Arizona, which was not, onto the Paiute Indian Reservation, which was, and you cannot believe what it does to the time on your cell phone when you're in these areas where it's kind of mixed. My wife's cell phone would say one thing and mine would say an hour different. How that works, I don't know. We must have been on different towers, but it is really confusing when you're right on the edge of it like that. So it was kind of fun because it didn't really matter too much because we didn't need to be on time. But never really thought about that before. But it was quite an interesting situation. So anyway, that's it for me. Back to you, Doug. K70ME, KD7UUN.
Okay, Mike. Well, I'm glad Richard got the antenna, and we'll look forward to maybe getting him in here one of these days. So that's something to look forward to. And I think he's he's been listening to us and everything, and that'll be special when we get him on board. So sounds good. And yeah, I don't know how. It's really only relative to me if I'm like calling my brother who lives in Washington State, and I have to know when not to call at dinner time. But or too early or too late at night. So, anyways, there you go. Arizona, it's difficult when everybody around you is changing, and then to go from one place to another where every time you turn around, you're either one way or not. Yeah, that would get pretty crazy. Let's see. Next on the list is Ken, W7KZM, just north of me here in Marana. So, Ken, How are you doing? Are you going to the Marana Hamfest?
Good morning, Doug, and good morning, Mike. Nice to hear you there. I'm pointing towards Mount Lemmon. I can hear Mike loud and clear. Anyway, we're doing pretty good here. Wife and I took our lickings and kept on picking, and we've also remodeled 2 bedrooms. They were so dark and dingy. We pulled the carpets out and laid down some flagstaff floor and white walls, and looks pretty good. And right now, I'm sitting at my portable picnic table in the bedroom, and everything seems to go well. I've only not heard one person on the whole broadcast this morning, and that's pretty cool. Since I've taken everything out of the bedroom, I've only lost 1 power supply so far, so things are looking up. Anyway, that's about all. Just plan, we're going to have a hole cut in the wall so I can run my wires through the wall and have a nice ground for it, and that should be pretty cool. So I can't put anything back until we make a big mess, and then I'll put my desk back, and I found a desk to actually match the desk I have, so I'll have more room. The wife is buying a large set of cabinets so we can put our stuff away and not lose it, put some labels on it. So we've been pretty busy, and I hope we slow down. I'm not sure if I'm coming to the Hamfest. I had about 5 stitches put in my nose the other day, so I see how they heal up. I've got too much fun, I guess. Other than that, everything's going well, and I hope everybody else has a nice week, and it's nice to get back on the net. And we say goodbye to everybody. Whiskey 7 Kilo Zulu Mike. Thanks, Doug and Robert. We'll see you next week.
Okay, very good, Ken. Glad the remodel project and all the moving around of the ham gear is going well so far for you. That's always kind of disrupts the whole, upsets the whole apple cart when you got to do that and redo everything. But sounds like you're doing well and got a new access hole through the wall there coming, and that'll make things a lot easier as well for running all the wires through from inside to outside. All right, well, let's see here. Next, we had K6NC, Mike from Morrow Valley, and Jim, W7ADF, up there in Scottsdale, and Serge, our good old reliable Serge out of KT6KT out of Las Vegas. All of them in and out. Serge had a really good signal this morning there. I've not heard him quite that well in a long time. He really came up out of the lows there. Anyways, so that gets us down to Tucson again, and Pete, N6ETA. We'll turn her over to Pete and see what's going on with you. Go ahead, Pete.
Good meeting. Contact. Proper order here. Morning, Doug, and then N6ETA. There's a handset coming up. I got a walker. Some of you know. I don't walk so well anymore. I got a walker. I think we're going to drag it out there, see how it goes walking around the handset. See if that improves it. Other than that, not a whole lot to report. Been helping a friend move from point A to point B this week, and I think we got it squared away. And let's see. I don't think there's a whole hell of a lot else to talk about radio-wise. Haven't been on, really. So anyway, that's about all that's going on over here. Doug, thanks for calling that. We'll catch up with you next weekend, I hope. N6ETA.
Okay, Pete. Very good. Well, I'm looking forward to perhaps seeing you there. It's been probably a good year since I've seen you in person. So looking forward to that. I hope the walker helps out, and maybe pull up a chair somewhere and you see me walking by, just yell out and make sure that we get to chat. So sounds good, Pete. I'll look forward to that. Let's see, back up to Glendale and KD5NLP. Mike, how are you doing up there? Go ahead, Mike.
Good morning, Doug. Mike, 85 NLP. We're just listening to the station here. I can hear just about everything. I really like Elmer. I did not have to say some of what he said. I can hear you. I'm earlier in Glendale. But other than that, I haven't done anything that help get time. Just 2 doctor appointments this week, and quite a few the following week. But other than that, we're just gonna go outside. I've got some gardening to do, and we'll be on tonight on 3695, probably a little earlier. That's all that's going on down here. We're doing good, Doug, and you sound good. Everybody sounds good. You know, sometimes not so good, but I hear most everybody. Anyway, we'll turn it back to you. This is KD5NLP.
All right, Mike. Very good. Well, you're sounding good as well. I really like how you've got that audio set up now, and it really sounds terrific. So you're doing great, and sounds like you're going to be busy there with appointments, I think you were saying. But anyways, we'll be in touch and perhaps see you on 3695 this evening. So sounds good. Let's shoot over across town from Glendale over to Gilbert and get Jim in here, WX7G. So Jim, are you coming down to Marana?
Good morning again there, Doug, and the rest of the group here. Unfortunately, no. I was going to, and then my wife reminded me that my daughter and son-in-law were going to be down and visiting. And not that they have anything against amateur radio, they just think so I'm in I love going to Marana. I've always had such a good time at that Hamfest. Marana, Tucson, the ones up here in the valley, and Wickenburg. Well, I'll tell you what, that was a nice addition. Had a great time up there, and like everybody said, it's a great location for us. Looking forward to it. I was able to pick up the goodies. I went over to Waco and a couple of connectors to connect the kind of made dipole. It's not as easy of a connector for a dipole as you can get. BNC to a little red and black connector and make an excellent dipole connection. So that was good. And then of course, had to stop over and see Tony and Judy. I'm pretty sure you know who they are. And Judy, she makes beads, and I got this thing where I picked up one of those little bead things they hang from like the chain on a overhead fan. Judy had the Christmas versions out, so I came home and with one of those, and the wife was extremely happy with that, so I had to get that hung up for her. Other than that, it's just been pretty quiet around here. My normal nets that I do here in the East Valley, and not much else going on. Yard work's all caught up. The winter lawn is put in, and I've got another week until I get it in. Just boring, I guess, with the exception of the good radio connection. And boy, has that been excellent with propagation here lately. WX7G, East Suburbs, beautiful downtown Gilbert, back to net control.
All right, Jim. Wow. Yeah, you've been busy getting around, and it looks like you got an early start on the Christmas decorations. hard to believe that yeah, it's 90s out and people are starting to gear up for Christmas. Yikes. Anyways, I know it'll be here before we know it with the holidays and everything. So you keep it up and enjoy your family next week. Sorry we won't see you there, but maybe we'll catch up with you at the Superstition Hamfest next time around. So that sounds good, Jim. Well, we had Lee WJ0F up in Flagstaff. We also had Gene, the N7EJC, was visiting us from Chino Valley, and Doug W7IXA up in Scottsdale. All of those three in and out. So that gets us to the bottom of the list, and I see online that N6CAZ Jim is online on NetLogger. So let me take a guess, and let's see if Jim is out there listening to check in. Go ahead, Jim, if you're there.
Oh yeah, sure enough, I'm out here looking. Got in late. Was out at the park for a little longer today since I missed it yesterday. Went up to Maricopa with a friend of mine for a little collectors gathering up that way. And we're actually just a few miles from where the Hamfest used to be up the Copa Fest. But we're planning on Marana next week. Just going as buyers this time, so we'll be lurking around. Won't be guarding any tables or anything. So looking forward to that. Sounds like we'll have a pretty good turnout there, and hope we have a chance to hang out with you guys for a little bit. But not a lot else going on down here. Just came in kind of late and was putzing around on the computer and just listened in. So made it through the week okay. The cold is pretty much gone. Just a little runny nose now. And gosh, well, it's been brutal this week. I feel like I'm just so out of everything. But we're back. We're still alive, so see what we can do with our Sunday here. Looks like a pretty nice day coming up here. So that's about all I got right now, but it's good hearing everybody in there. N6CAZ.
Okay, very good, Jim. Well, it's such a beautiful day out there. Good day to go to the park and take the doggies out and give them a little bit of exercise and enjoy that. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you at the Hamfest next week. All that. I'm already starting to think of my list of to-dos this afternoon. I think I'm going to go set up a tripod so I can rebuild half of the 2-meter setup here down the road, and maybe do a few more things outside. It's such a beautiful, beautiful day. Sounds good. Thanks for stopping by, and let's see. Oh, I see Troy is out there, WA7ELN. Let me bump the beam over that way. Troy, are you listening? Go ahead. Troy, are you by the radio, WA7ELN?
WA7ELN, how copy?
Yeah, I moved the antenna a little bit, but I've got you there, Troy. Go ahead.
Okay, well, I knew you were at the bottom of the list, and this way you'll have one more station. Got in here late. Got some things that I'm doing here this morning before we leave for town, and so I'm just going to be in and out. And I guess since I'm the last one here, that's okay. I don't really have much for the nest this morning other than my body is definitely feeling all the climbing up and down the ladder that I did yesterday to paint. So I had a little trouble getting going here this morning. Yeah, K7E and me, WA7ELN.
Okay, Troy, very good. Well, yeah, up and down ladders is it will get the legs pumping, and just be careful. Ladders are tough sometimes. So sounds good. I'm glad you're at least getting those done. I hate painting myself. Not a fun thing in my book, but got to do it. and I know I've got the western facing side of the house here. The paint is 5 years old, I think, and probably in need of a little bit of touch up from the sun. Anyways, thanks for checking in. Appreciate it. And we'll talk to you soon on maybe some of the other bands. And with that, now let's see. I don't see anybody else online, so let's give a general call, see if there are any late check-ins, final final call, K7EME.
K7SWK.
Good morning, Dave, K7SWK. How you doing?
Doing fine, Doug. How copy, sir?
I've got good copy on you this morning. Go ahead.
Okay. This is K7SWK, Dave in Phoenix, Arizona, squad number 3729. I haven't checked in a couple of weeks because I've been on a couple of vacations. I went to Maine for the first time to see why my son decided 4 years ago to pick up him and his family and moved to Maine. And I guess I came back still wondering why. It was beautiful, but I tell you, I don't think it's backed up to Arizona. But anyway, had a good week with him and his family, and was real happy to see them. I came back, spent a couple days here, and then it was time for, I had on a deer tag in Arizona. I went deer hunting for a year, for a week. I wish it was deer. So for those of you who don't hunt, I left the woods the way I found it. So it's deer 1, day 0. So anyways, I was up there at my little cabin up in the Northeast Plateau, which, by the way, has a situation there because I'm off the grid and my solar panels only, and my closest electrical is about 5 miles away. So I really get some great CXN while I'm up there. And if anybody pulls me up on QRZ, you might tell me what I can do to add another piece of equipment to my radio table, since I got the SP710 on the rack now. I think I've run out of space, so either I have to make a ham shack out back, or I have to extend this table in my main case somehow. But anyways, it's all good. It's a great hobby, and of course we all love it. I'm considering the Marana Hand Fest. I am going to put that down on my list and stuff. And maybe after I get done here, you can tell me, is that going to be at the airport? Usually the events down there are at the airport. The last time I was at that airport, I was jumping out of an airplane in 1970. So, anyways, let me think. I think that's pretty much it. And just wanted to say hi to everybody. And with that, I'll say back to you and your net, Doug, K7EME, K7SWK.
Okay. No, it's not at the airport there, Dave. It is at the Marana Middle School. And so your GPS ought to take you there, but don't head over toward the airport. I think the Marana Road exit would be the one that you would take, and then head south on the frontage road from there, and that should take you just right to the Hamfest. But GPS will tell you where that's at. And myself, if I stand up on my tippy toes on our front deck and look in the evening, I can see the red light down there at the Marana Airport flashing off and on. So that give you an idea about where I'm at. It's 6 miles away, and so I'm a little bit south and east of that airport. Anyways, and I have never jumped out of a plane, but I did do the Eloy simulator, where you jump into the wind tunnel and float around and get banged around. That was kind of fun. Anyway, Sounds good, and your cabin sounds great, off-grid and solar. I'm all on solar here. Everything in the Radio Shack, except for the 220 for the amplifier, runs on solar. So has been for a couple of years, and so I try to keep as much off-grid as I can with the station because you never know. All right. Well, thanks for checking in. Let's see if there's anybody else out there. K7EME taking late check-ins. Nothing heard, so we'll shut things down. I'll stop the live stream, and you guys all have a great